champion. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Funstitzelcrum, but you can call me Jordan, and today we are checking out Sabaton Christmas Truce. Now, this one is the animated story. It's not the video clip that they done in the last few months. This is the animated one. So this is pretty fresh. It's just been uploaded, I believe, in the last week or so. So I've gone with the animated one just because the animated stories that they've done in the past felt more impactful for me personally, just to get that visualization of the story. I'm not saying that the video clip wouldn't have a story in it, but for me, I've just enjoyed the animated ones a bit more. Christmas Truce, I am gonna have a guess it will be the Christmas Truce story of World War One in No Man's Land, when it was Christmas Day and everyone stopped fighting and celebrated Christmas together. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Ooh, I may have just totally balls that up. No, it would have to be. I can't think of any other Christmas truce stories. Or truces in general. Anyway, I'm not going to botch this up anymore. Let's jump straight into it, guys. This is Sabaton Christmas Truce, animated story.
It's the night of December the 24th, 1914, on the Western Front.
I thought so.
The industrial might of the new 20th century has been focused into a war that has been going on for 5 months. Everyone thought it would be over by Christmas, but sadly such hopes have now died alongside the young men in the clinging mud and cold of the trenches. On the run-up to Christmas, Pope Benedict XV begged the warring governments to call a truce and asked that the guns may fall silent, at least upon the night the angels sang, but it was no use. In the trenches, sometimes just 30 meters apart, the men of both sides often shout insults to each other above the sounds of battle. On Christmas Eve,
Of course.
a cry comes over from the German side in broken English: "Tomorrow, you no shoot, we no shoot." The British and French are incredulous. Then along the trenches, there's a movement. But instead of seeing the sight of men going over the top, this time, pushed up above the top of the trenches, Christmas trees start to appear along the German lines,
Really?
lit up by flickering candles. Is it a ruse? Could it be real? Could the regular soldiers on the front lines make a peace at Christmas when the church could not? On the wind, drifting across no man's land, there's a sound of hope and cheer as Christmas carols are sung.
Wow.
The gentle murmur becomes stronger and is picked up by more and more of the soldiers. As Christmas Eve becomes Christmas Day, the British and French join in too. As the morning draws, there's silence. In a farmhouse a short distance away from the front line is 18-year-old Scotsman Alfred Anderson. He vividly recalled that Christmas Day and said, "I remember the silence, the eerie sound of silence."
I've got goosebumps. Just that thought. Oh man, it's really. I've been goosied. Oh, I've got shivers and everything. It's wow. Like, I knew some of the story, but I didn't know like the Pope tried to get involved to stop it for Christmas, and I honestly didn't think it was the Germans that actually initiated it. That's what I love about these animated stories. You just get this little background and a little bit of amazing history that goes along with what I'm assuming is going to be awesome music.
Said, "I remember the silence, the eerie sound of silence. Only the guards were on duty. We all went outside the farm buildings and just stood listening. And of course, thinking of people back home. All I'd heard for 2 months in the trenches was the hissing, cracking and whining of bullets in flight, machine gun fire and distant German voices. But there was a dead silence that morning, right across the land as far as you could see. We shouted, 'Merry Christmas!'
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Even though nobody felt merry. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Even though nobody felt merry.
And yarn hump. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, that sounds like Carol of the Bell. Incoming ball! Wait, is that really how close they were? Like you could punt a ball, let's say, let's go 50 metres? The trenches were only about 50 metres away. That's scary. That's really... Like, I guess when I think of No Man's Land, I think of it's like hundreds of metres away from each other. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was much, much closer.
Silence. Oh, I remember the silence
I love how he rolls his
on a
arms.
cold winter
Elves.
day. After many months on the battlefield, and we were used to the violence. Then all the cannons went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land.
Juices.
We are all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns laid to rest on wood snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our Christmas on the front, far from home.
Oh, wow. Can you just imagine that? Imagine shooting at people for weeks and you yourself surviving being shot at for weeks. To have this moment of like Christmas is so strong and meaningful to all these people that they disregarded their own safety, their own orders, everything to celebrate and enjoy Christmas even with the enemy. Like, that is amazing. That is truly, truly amazing. It's really special. It's really, really special. And this music is so good. Sabaton is such good storytellers with their music. And with the visual on top of it. It's just... I've got goosebumps all over me at the moment. It is... wow.
Madness. How I remember the
I love their little Christmas trees.
we were hiding our tears in a foreign land where we faced our fears. We were soldiers.
Oh, can't open up.
With our war on our shoulders.
Champion.
Our nation. It stands when we bury our friends. We were all friends.
Kick the can.
Today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay
They love that animation. I think that's the third, maybe the fourth time I've seen that same animation from 4 different views. It's two guys running in the middle, one come here, and then another guy comes run through, does the twist, and gets rid of the... Yeah. They love that animation.
Here carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns laid to rest like wet snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our
Here it comes
Christmas
again.
on the front, far from home.
That's sweet. Don't be crazy. Oh, this is great. It feels like a marching song.
Turns the ground white. On Christmas on the front line, we walk among our friends. We don't think about tomorrow. The battle will commence when we celebrate to Christmas. We thought about our friends, those who never made it home when the battle had commenced.
The animation's probably, taken liberties with what the interaction and stuff would have been like to add a bit of humour. But if you think about it, if you've been stuck in trenches and war for months, and there's no break, no relief, and you have this moment where you can finally let your guard down, you can sip on some bevs, you're around guys, you're playing some sports, you're having fun. I could actually imagine, like, proper larrikin kind of stuff going on. You finally get to let your hair down. Yeah, you'd be merry. It's Christmas. You're bevved up. You're hanging out with guys. You finally have this moment of, your guard is properly let down. You don't have to fear for your life. So it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of this stuff is quite accurate. I can imagine that. Yeah, if you could finally let your hair down, you would go a little bit wild. It'd be cool. I hope, like, the story indicates that the generals or leaders or whatever are writing people's name down, like, oh, you interacted or fraternized with the enemy. Oh, you're going to be punished. If that's what happened, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, God. There's still another 2 minutes left of this. I hope they don't get punished. Please, 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 please. Just leave. Oh, man. Let them be human. Let them enjoy Christmas. Great music as well. Sabaton, killing it again. Oh, it's so good.
There were many matches along the lines that day, some with proper footballs, some with bully beef cans. Some were disorganised scrambles for the ball. Robert Graves reported that in his match, the Germans won 3-2.
Nice.
The Argyll and Southern Highlanders reported their match ended 4-1 to Scotland. An estimated 100,000 men took part in the Christmas truce.
What?
As the men moved back to their trenches, Captain Charles Stockwell took it upon himself to fire 3 shots skyward. He raised a flag upon which was written, "Merry Christmas." His German opposite raised a flag that read, "Thank you." The 2 men then stood on the ramparts and saluted each other. Alfred Anderson, the young Scotsman, survived the war and lived to the age of 109. He said of the end of the truce, "The silence ended in the early afternoon. It was a short peace in a terrible war." But one of the most remarkable quotes comes from a young soldier who, despite being away from his family for the first time, said of the events on that day, "I wouldn't have missed it for the most gorgeous Christmas dinner in England." A Merry Christmas from everyone at Yarn Hub, and the final words go to the members of Sabaton.
Merry Christmas!
Wow. I mean, it's such an incredible story. Totally blown away. 100,000, estimated 100,000 people took part in Christmas Truce. That's a lot of, guys, just shenanigans, drinks, like that guy said, like, it would be one of the most amazing moments in history to witness or be a part of. But it's so sad that, like, that wasn't the thing that, unfortunately, that peace didn't continue immediately. It was straight back to war. But oh my god, I mean, an amazing story. And the music with that, with the visuals, it's just so good to perfection. They really, really nailed that one. And of course, it's that time of year where it's Christmas and everyone's in the spirit. Everyone is merry. Well, I hope people are in the spirit and they are merry. But that was good. That's really special. It's really, really special. I loved that. I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did. Please hit me up in the comments below. Favorite part, if you know more about the history, go for it. Smash it out in the comments. I'm curious. It was, that was amazing. I really love that. And guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Really do appreciate it. And of course, I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.